Welcome everybody back to Interceptor's YouTube channel. You might be wondering, hey, why is Interceptor playing Kingdom Hearts? It's not a Kingdom Hearts day. And you're totally right. I'm not going to do any story in Kingdom Hearts today. Instead, I'm just going to kind of randomly beat up enemies while I talk about various subjects. It is a special Sunday episode. But since I have finished Final Fantasy Diaries, I needed something to go in my Sunday slot. So I decided to do a casual Ask Me Anything / Interceptor researches. I think I'm gonna have Ask Me Anything be Interceptor researches. That seems more me. Since in real life, this past week, I've been playing a ton of Final Fantasy Type 0. In fact, I beat Final Fantasy Type 0. I have forgotten everything about Kingdom Hearts. And I might be filming this after dinner, and I might have had an adult beverage after dinner. So, yeah. And I also apologize for the audio. It is quite warm in my apartment this evening. So I have turned on a fan, and that's just what it is. So I'm trying to speak right into my microphone so that y'all can hear me. And just let it go from there. I don't even really know what's happening, but it's okay, we don't have to know what's happening. We only have to beat things up. Anyway, so I have a few topics that I want to talk about. Not today, I'm going to do one topic per episode. So these episodes might not be particularly long, because I might only have like 5 minutes of things to say about a particular topic. But please continue to send me questions. You can either leave a comment or tweet at Interceptor is my hashtag Interceptor Researches. And I'll be sure to look in to whatever you have to say, or you're wondering about, or if it's something about me in video games. I'll be sure to answer that too. I don't mind talking a little bit about my video game journey and my interest in video games because I have a YouTube channel, so I like talking about video games in all capacities. Got it. Alright, so like the Interceptor researches I had done back in the early days of this channel, I'm gonna talk about something kind of mythological or cultural in a game, but whereas in other videos I tried to have the video consistently match the topic. Obviously this time I'm doing much more in a Final Fantasy Diaries fashion. I don't even know what I got. Where I just do whatever, frankly. So don't be too upset about that. But do leave a comment and let me know after I edit this run, which again will last through August because of moving issues. I will take your comments into consideration for the Sunday videos after that, and we'll work from there. So, today I'm going to be talking about a summon. I think I'm going to do a couple summons because that's a topic that I can kind of easily talk about. And actually I've already written up this one back from the days when I was planning and then kind of life happened. I just died. This is the worst. Anyway, so this one I'm going to talk about is the Summon Titan. And again, I probably will be talking about several of the summons in the course of the next few weeks. Oh, sorry, I got distracted playing the game. I wanted to check how close I am to gaining levels. A lot. A lot, a lot. Again, this isn't really about gaining levels, though. I just need to learn how to get good at this game, which I cannot do in my current state. Anyway, so I'm going to talk about the summon from Final Fantasy, whatever name you prefer to use for your summons, whether that is Eidolon, or Esper, or Guardian Force, or Aeon. It's all good. And I'm going to be talking specifically about the Guardian Force. I don't think this one is a Guardian Force, so that's a bad one to use. We'll say Eidolon because we just had it in Final Fantasy IV. And obviously we didn't just have it. It's been quite a while since the beginning of Final Fantasy IV that I played with Lissa. But playing through Final Fantasy IV with Lissa was what made me think about talking about Titan, as well as Final Fantasy 15, because Titan's a very important hexatheon in that game. So Titan, the name invokes a particular creature to Final Fantasy fans. A huge, towering, Earth-based powerhouse. He appears in many Final Fantasy games, and his signature move is Gaia's Wrath. Many players know that the name Titans derived from a generation of a divine race in Greek mythology. The children of Gaia and Uranus, and the parents of Zeus and the older Olympians. But what does its name mean? The actual word Titan. Why Gaia's Wrath? We're going to explore those questions in today's Interceptor researches, where we will explore Titan. Now, in Greek mythology, Titan is not the name of any one person. Titan is, in fact, the name of a particular generation of divine children, as I mentioned. The version of Titans most well known is from Hesiod's Theogony, and Theogony means birth of the gods. So, a guy Hesiod, who, might not have actually existed, but at some point in the 7th century or so, composed a work on the birth of the gods. Hesiod is ultimately concerned with Zeus, the king of the Olympian gods, and really kind of setting up why Zeus is the best. It's just really, praise Zeus. Woo, Zeus! All the time, Zeus. Zeus is the best. Woo, I love Zeus. Anyway, sorry, that's what Hesiod's like. Sometimes he talks about other people and how great they are, but mostly how great Zeus is. Which, it's not a bad idea for King of the Gods. Anyway. It took a few generations to get to Zeus. So Hesiod did have to include them. And Zeus's parents are Kronos and Rhea, both of whom are Titans, children of Gaius and Uranus. Gaia, sorry, and Uranus. Gaius is a Roman name, not a Greek god. Anyway, sorry, I amuse myself sometimes. Other Titans are Okeanos, the ocean, Hyperion, the sun, Rhea, mother goddess, Themis, law, Mnemosune, memory, Tethys, a sea goddess, and Phoebe, a goddess of prophecy. They weren't the only children of Gaia and Uranus. She also produced the Kuklopes. Sorry, I wanted to add too many syllables there. Better known as Cyclopses. And the Hecatoncheires, which is actually a summon in Final Fantasy 13. So that's cool-ish. Well, you know, as much as anything in Final Fantasy 13 is cool. I mean, what? No, that's what I meant. Anyway. Uranus was not pleased with the other children. And he started to force Gaia to not give birth. And it's really important to recognize that in Greek mythology, your identity as a woman was tied to giving birth, because that's what women do. That's what our bodies are built to do. And especially when Uranus is doing that to a mother goddess, that is really denying all that Mother Earth is. So Gaia, understandably, got pretty peeved and asked her children to help her out, the ones who weren't unborn at the time. Kronos was the one who agreed to assist in Gaia's, wrath, and he attacked his father, to put it mildly. We won't go into all the details, it's not important now. But that put the Titans in charge. Yay, Titans! Super 8 Titans! And Kronos was their king. Right? Unfortunately for Kronos, nobody learns from their own lessons, especially in Greek mythology. And, guess what he did? He also tried to get his wife Rhea to stop giving birth by swallowing said children. And so his son Zeus overthrew him. And Zeus and the Olympians became the big rulers. And that's what most people know or familiar with mythology, with Zeus and Zeus and Poseidon and Hades and all those wonderful people. So there was a fight between the Olympians and the Titans after this, for obvious reasons. The Olympians were pretty the Titans were displeased with what was happening. So they did try to fight it, and generally did not do well. So, yeah, this is not gonna work. And the fight was called the Titanomachy, the War Mache, kind of battle of the Titans, or with the Titans, Titan. And of course Zeus won. That's what we know and love about Greek mythology. Zeus is king of the gods. So that does explain why Titan's ability is Gaia's wrath, acting for Mother Earth. But what does the name Titan itself mean? Because why didn't they just choose, like, Kronos. Right? Why choose Titan? In part, probably just because it is the general, and then you don't get too much attached to it. And then also, admittedly, the name Titan, we're not 100% sure what it means. So there are a few different origins for the word Titan. And Hesiod says, and I'm going to give the Greek because it's awesome, Tous de pater titanes epiklesen kaleske paidas de ke on mega suranos hus teken autos fasque di titanos astale ai mega rexai ergan tuo depetai tisi metopistesestai. Don't you just love ancient Greek? I know y'all totally got that too. So the translation is, and the father, great Uranos, was calling the children whom he himself begat Titans, as an added name, quarreling with them. He was saying that they extended themselves in wickedness and did a great deed, and then there would be some revenge for it later. So the word Titan comes from the Greek word meaning to stretch, because they were reaching beyond their limits, which is a big no-no in Greek myth, even for the gods, although the gods can get away with it much more without problem. So, Titan is related, probably, to the Greek word titaino, according to Hesiod, meaning to stretch or exert. So the Final Fantasy Titan is definitely a powerhouse fitting of that name. However, none of the Titans seem to draw strength from Gaia, exactly the way that the Esper, Hexatheon, whatever, Titan does when he uses Gaia's wrath or other Earth attacks, because none of the Titans are actually Earth-based. In this, he is reminiscent of the Greek demigod Antaeus, who was invincible as long as he touched his mother Earth. Heracles got the brilliant idea to pick him off the ground to defeat him. Titan's role in Final Fantasy XV, holding up the Earth, is like the Titan Atlas, who is the son of the Titan Iapetus. So Gaia's descendants are strong, no matter which way you follow them. Ultimately, Titan doesn't correspond to any one person in particular, but he is an interesting combination of several different Avengers of Gaia. I hope you thought that was interesting. I certainly had a lot of fun researching it. If you'd like to know more about anything in this video, or some other Greek mythological, Roman mythological, or cultural reference, leave a comment below, and be sure to submit other questions you have here or on Twitter. @Interceptor is my hashtag Interceptor Researches, or hashtag IR. With that, have a lovely day. Read a book, but don't stretch yourself too far, because the gods will punish you. Until next time, Interceptor out.